The rise and fall of seawater due to the gravitational forces of the sun and the moon are called tides. It is a regular and rhythmic motion which results from the gravitational attraction exerted upon the earth by the sun and the moon. As I told you, the tides are the alternate rise and fall of the surface ocean water twice in about 24 hours. It is a regular rhythmic motion resulting from the gravitational attraction exerted exerted upon the earth by the sun and the moon. But the moon plays a greater role because of its nearness to the earth. Now let us understand the mechanism of the formation of tides. Now this diagram is not there in your textbook and you don't have to worry about it. I have put this diagram just to explain you about the formation of high tides and low tides. So in this diagram you can see the moon is placed here. This is the earth and we can see that there is a high tide at point A. Obviously because point A is facing the moon, so because of the gravitational force of the moon there is a high tide. Now the gravitational force of the moon goes on decreasing as we move from A towards B, and it will be the least at C. But if you notice, C also has a high tide. Alright, so at point number C, there is a high tide which is caused not due to the moon's gravitational force, but because of the centrifugal force created by Earth's rotation. So we have a direct high tide at point A because of the gravitational force of the moon. We have an indirect high tide at point C because of the centrifugal force created by the Earth's rotation. At point D and at point E, there are low tides. So the water starts moving, receding from these points towards, from D it starts moving towards C, towards A. From E also, the water starts receding towards A, towards E. So this is how the tide formation takes place. Now a brief recap of what we had done in the previous class. So we had studied that, let us say, I'll just repeat what we had done. So let us say these are 2 points on the surface of the earth, point A and point B. Point A, which is facing the moon, will have a high tide because of the gravitational pull exerted by the moon. Point B is further away from the moon. So over here it is not in point B, there is another indirect high tide which is not because of the gravitational pull of the moon but because of the centrifugal force created by Earth's rotation. So I'll repeat this once again. So let us say this is the moon and this is the earth. So each place on the earth has two high tides and two low tides. So point A, which faces the moon, has a high tide because of the gravitational pull. Point B, it has a high tide because of the centrifugal force. Okay, so to elaborate what I had said, now let us say this is place A, it takes a spin and it comes back to this position. If the moon had been stationary exactly after 24 hours, there would have been another high tide. But because the moon is also rotating and revolving, so there is a time lag of 52 minutes. So let us say point A, when it was facing the moon, this was the position, moon was over here. Now after 24 hours, when the earth completes one whole spin, when the earth comes to this position again, by that time moon has shifted its position. So the earth has to take another 52 minutes to cover this distance. I hope you have understood this. So, on an average, every place experiences tides twice a day, and I'll explain it to you how. Since the earth
completes its rotation in roughly 24 hours. So every place should experience tide after 12 hours. But this never happens. Now, to further elaborate it, as I had already told you that each place experiences two high tides and two low tides. Now, let us say this is place A. It experiences a high tide at 7 a.m. because it is directly facing the moon. So, it has high tide. Place B also has, on the opposite side, it also has a high tide, not because of the gravitational pull but because of the centrifugal force. Now, as the earth continues to rotate, when the earth comes to this position, in which A comes over here, from this position over here A comes to this position, and B from this position it comes to this position. So what happens is, because the moon is also not stationary, it has also moved. So the earth takes another 26 minutes to come directly in front of the moon. Now again what happens is, position of A again changes as the earth continues to rotate. Now when the earth again faces the moon directly, by that time, instead the time duration in the previous diagram we saw it was 7:26 p.m. but over here, when the earth place A comes directly in front of moon, it is 7:52 a.m. So children, this time lag, this difference is mainly because of the fact that the moon is also rotating and revolving around the earth. If the moon had been stationary, the time difference would have been 12 hours between two uh, high tides. But because the moon is also rotating and revolving, so for a place to come directly in front of the moon after 12 hours, it has to cover some more distance. So there's a time lag of 26 minutes.
Now we will study about the types of tides. There are two types of tides, the spring tide and the neap tide. The spring tides are unusually high tides which are produced during new moon and full moon. I'll be explaining that. And the neap tides are caused when uh, during the first quarter of the moon and the third quarter of the moon. And I'll be explaining it to you now. So the first type of tides are the spring tides. In the previous slide only I had explained it to you that the spring tides occur during full moon, that is Purnima, and new moon, that is Amavasya. Now in this diagram itself you can see that the sun, moon and the earth are in a straight line. So twice during the lunar month, namely during new moon and full moon, the earth, moon and the sun are in the same straight line, and the gravitational effects of both moon and the sun are combined to produce tides which are higher than normal. That is, the high tide is very high and the low tide is very low. And this is just for your knowledge. When the moon is at perigee, perigee meaning when the moon is closest to the earth, the spring tides are still higher. And if it occurs around first week of January, especially during perihelion, the highest spring tides are produced then. The second type of tides is the neap tides. At the time of first and the third quarter of the moon, meaning when only half of the moon is visible, during that time, as you can see in the diagram, the earth, sun and the moon are at right angles to each other. The gravitational pull of the sun opposes that of the moon, with the result that the difference between the high tide and the low tide levels is the least. The high tide is lower and the low tide is higher than at normal times. These are referred to as neap tides. So, in neap tides, the tide producing forces of the sun and the moon work in opposite direction, and as a result of this, a low tide occurs.